okay? Are we good to go? Both are okay? Done. So let's start. So welcome everyone to the JAIIB CAIIB English Medium channel, and as you all are aware about it, that yesterday we have started our crash course for PPB from 9 to 10 p.m. and we had an orientation class yesterday. Today we are starting the conceptual classes. Anna? So this is a demo one of your conceptual classes that we will be discussing today in the PPB. Okay. So let's start with the session. Today we are going to talk about module C, as you know about it already. I will be taking care of module C and D, and A and B will be covered by Kinshuk sir. Okay. Now today's topic is evolution of banking technology in India. Okay, so we are going to discuss today evolution of banking technology in India, and we know definitely the technology have entered in the banking sector from the very first bank computerization we have done, and since then till now the banking is continuously evolving the technology in their day-to-day business, and it become easy for the customer as well as for the banks to provide services to the customer by using the technology. And now right now every customer willing to perform their bank transaction by sitting at their home only, or if they are in office, at the time of being in an office they want to perform their banking transaction. Like nobody wants that we should take a off from our office and go to the bank and then perform our banking transaction. No, everybody want banking which should be available every time, anywhere, anytime. It should be available, and it is only possible with the help of technology, and that we have done in the banking sector. So evolution of banking technology in India, if we talk about, from manual ledger to the digital transformation, India's banking sector underwent a remarkable technological revolution, and this journey fundamentally reshaped how millions of Indians interact with the financial services, transforming their conventional banking into convenience banking, which is accessible anytime, anywhere. Okay, now when we talk about the banking, the types of banking, there are a lot of types of banking we have. And in all those lot of types of banking, one is virtual banking. I guess every one of you is aware about the virtual banking. So virtual banking simply says that when a customer is capable of performing banking activities without visiting a bank branch, like customer is not visiting a bank branch, but still customer is capable of doing what? Customer is capable of performing his or her banking transaction. Now, how is it possible? It's possible because of the virtual banking. So virtual banking simply when a customer can perform its banking work or banking transaction, or can perform banking operations without visiting a bank branch, that's your virtual banking. And the example in the virtual banking, we can include online banking, mobile banking, ATM. They all are the part of your virtual banking. They all are what? They all are the part of virtual banking, because with the help of ATM, like earlier, if I want to transfer fund to someone, I have to go to the bank, I have to fill a form, and then I have to stand in a queue, and then I will do that. But now I can do the fund transfer by sitting at my home. If I want to withdraw the fund, or if I want to deposit fund earlier, again, I have to go to the bank, I have to fill the deposit form or the withdrawal slip, then I have to stand in a queue, and then I will be capable of doing that. But now I can simply go to the ATM, which is available in every locality, and from there I can withdraw my fund, and from there I can deposit the funds as well. So it became very convenient for the customers to have anytime, anywhere banking. And it is only possible because the evolution of technology happened in the banking sector. Okay, so let's start. So the dawn of computerization, if we talk about 1980-81, was the financial year when the bank computerization concept emerged in India. Then in 1983, first Rangarajan committee formed the study mechanization possibility. है ना? The Rangarajan committee formed to study what? To study the mechanization possibilities of introducing the computerization here. So 1983 was there, and then 1984, the Rangarajan committee submitted the landmark report with guidelines for implementation. Then 1988, second Rangarajan committee drafted 5-year prospective plan, which was from 1990 to 1994. Okay, so this is how computerization entered in the banking system in India. From 1981 to 1988, the second Rangarajan committee have given us the different prospective plan. So the Rangarajan committee reports catalyze the transformation from passive resistance to active adoption of banking technology, setting the foundation for India's digital banking revolution. Hana? Like earlier, people used to fear with the internet banking or online banking or digital banking or using any technology for their banking transaction. But now everybody wants the same. Everybody wants that we will be capable of performing our banking transaction, our financial transaction from anywhere, anytime. So that's the evolution in computerization and in technology in banking sector in India happened, which have taken first step from the Rangarajan committee's report. Okay. Now there are 4 pillars of computerization. And we have 4 pillars of computerization. The first is customer. Like why we are doing computerization? These are the 4 major reasons why we are doing computerization. First is customer service. It reduces waiting times, accurate statements will be available, faster fund transfer, enhanced customer experience significantly. So the first benefit is customer service will become very good. Then decision making, like real-time data analysis and reporting enable the informed strategic choices. So when we talk about management information system, MIS, what does MIS do? It collects data from various sources, from internal source, from external source, it will collect the data. This data will be processed and converted into useful information. Then that useful information will be shared with the user or the manager, we can say, who will use this information to take the decision. So that's the informed decision we are taking by analyzing all the data, getting the informed, useful information. On the basis of that, we are deciding what to do. And that become very accurate for us. Then the third is housekeeping. Like automated ledger positioning, data storage and retrieval, streamlined internal operations are there. So it become very good housekeeping solution for us. Housekeeping, like how you are maintaining your office, how your bank is maintained. Like if you are doing a more materialized work, like everything right now is dematerialized. It means it's happening online. But if you are doing it offline, you have bundles of files. And you will have multiple racks which show their overflow with the files. And that's not a good housekeeping. That like a lot of clutter will be seen. But now because you are doing computerization, it will be easily maintained in the computer. So that clutter will be removed. Then productivity. So efficiency gains and cost reduction draw profitability improvement across the operations. So this is also one of the reasons. So these are the 4 pillars of computerization that we have. Okay, now next we have from a standalone to multi-user system. The first system we had was a standalone system. As the name suggests, standalone system. Only one user can use it at a time. But multi-user, as the name suggests, multiple users can use it at a time. Okay, so first we have a standalone system. Its early phase characteristics is what? It's a single user workstation for managers. Only one user can use it. Then low equipment cost and simple software it will have. Then it will provide easy training and better security. Also limited processing speed and storage will be there. So these systems serve decision makers well but couldn't handle branch level transaction volumes. Because they are limited processing speed. They have a limited storage. So how they will be capable of handling a branch level transaction volume? They won't be. So this system served good to the decision makers but not to the branch level transaction volumes. And for that we got multi-user system. It had the advanced capabilities like central server with multiple terminals are there. And because of this, multiple users can use it at the same time. So high volume data processing capacity was there. Hana, this multi-user system have what? This multi-user system have a high volume data processing capacity. Then time sharing for concurrent users is also there. Online application development can also be done. So like Unix based RDBMS platform enable the centralized processing, making anywhere, anytime banking possible. So this is how the evolution happened from a standalone system to the multi-user system. We had the evolution. Okay, they both have their own characteristics. Now, the branch level transformation happened. The branch level transformation happened when we have done bank computerization. So first initial mechanization says that ALPMs, they used to handle specific products like savings and current accounts, and independently with manual general ledger complications. So initial mechanization was like that. The total branch automation was done and the multi-user system integrated all products, enabling the instant updates. Real-time processing across banking functions have been performed when the total branch automation have been done with the help of multi-user system. Okay. Then single window banking we have introduced, so customer could complete all transaction at ET counter, revolutionizing the banking experience with the convenience here. So that's how the single window banking was become easy for a customer to perform or to complete all transaction at any counter in a bank. So that's a single window banking. So the branch computerization dramatically reduced the customer waiting time. It improved accuracy. It enabled electronic fund transfer capabilities also. So this is how the branch level transformation made it easy for the customer as well as for the banker to have the banking services and to provide the banking services. Okay, now, if we talk about branch level transformation, this branch level transformation actually was the first step towards doing computerization in all the products and services offered by the bank. Okay, so this is how we have started the computerization in all the goods and services, or sorry, not the goods and services we can say, but all the product and services of the banking. Okay, now if we talk about the network infrastructure, we have a different network infrastructure. Like one, we have local area network, second we have wide area network. These are used to do the branch automation. Like local area network, that is also called as a LAN. It is connected computer within branches. They enable resource sharing and database access. Multiple topologies like bus topology, ring topology, star topology supported different operational needs here. Okay, so local area networks we're talking about, they are connected computers within the branches. And they do what? They enable the resource sharing and database access, and that is multiple topologies like a bus, ring and star. These topologies will be used for the same. Okay, so next we have wide area network. The wide area network linked branches to regional offices, to head offices, using the leased lines, dial-up, satellite, microwave technologies for the nationwide connectivity. So local area network, as the name suggests, it have a very small coverage of area. Like within a building it can work. But wide area network, it covers more geographical areas. As the name suggests, it's a wide area network. Clear? So these are the two networks infrastructure which will be used for the computerization in a bank. Now, network protocols like Ethernet, token ring, they combine with devices like a router, switches, firewalls, created secure, reliable communication channel. They are essential for modern banking operations. Okay, so Ethernet is what? Like I guess every one of you have seen the local area network cable. That's a LAN cable we call it, or we can call it a Ethernet. So that's a gray color cable. Now it comes in a white color and black color also. But that gray color cable is very famous. Like everybody know about this. Everybody have seen that in somewhere. So that's the local area network. That's the cable that help us to connect ourselves from the central server, and will be able to get the network there. Okay, so the network protocol like your Ethernet and token ring, they combine with devices like your router, your switches, your firewalls that will help you to create secure, reliable communication channel so that you can share your financial messages. Okay, so that's how we are building the network infrastructure. Clear? Let me know. Is it clear? Okay, next we have organizational computerization hierarchy. We are talking about organizational computer hierarchy. So you can see first we have head office, human resource development system, funds management, investment portfolios, credit information system, strategic decision making tools, they all require the computerization. So in head office, with the help of computerization, we are having all these transactions or all these work done. Then regional office or zonal office, the branch profile, credit monitoring, personal management, effective control, supervision layer will be taken care by the computerization. Then in the branch level or branch offices, customer transaction, account management, service delivery, frontline banking operations will be performed with the help of computerization. So this is the hierarchy, like how computerization is helping in head office, how it is helping in regional office or zonal office, and then how it is helping in our branch offices. Okay, next. So each organizational level required a specialized computerization to support its unique function. What we are saying, every organizational level required the specialized computerization to do what? To support its unique functions. So creating an integrated information flow from customer touch point to executive decision making is the very important step. Okay, because that's how the customer management or customer relationship management will be followed. So because we know the customer is the king of the market, and when the customer is the king of the market, we have to give priority to our customer. And for that, we have to understand the customer's need. And to understand the customer needs, we have to understand their purchase behavior, their requirement, everything. And for that, we have to be connected at every level of customer services. So that's why we are saying we are creating an integrated information flow from customer touchpoint to the executive decision making. Customer touchpoint means the platform where the customer get into touch with the banks. And from there, whatever the requirement of a customer is there, whatever the needs of a customer is there, it should reach to the decision makers. That's the main objective of your computerization. And that's how the computerization is helping us out in case of our banking services. Clear? So this is the organizational hierarchy we have related to our computerization. Clear? Okay, next. Next, we have the core banking revolution. Achha, what is core banking solution? I guess every one of you is aware about the core banking solution. So what do you think? What is a core banking solution? So core banking actually made the banking easy for everyone, for the banker as well as for the customer. Hana, core banking made the core banking solution made banking easy for the customer as well as for the banker. It's easy for both. And how it is easy for both? Because core banking solution is providing us the option to link all the branches with the central server. Hana? There is a central unit, with that all the branches will be connected. And now it is good for the customer because for a specific transaction, the customer do not have to go for the bank branch. Earlier, there used to be some specific transaction. For that, we used to say to the customer that for this service, you have to visit your home branch only. Then you will be able to perform the service. But now it's not required. You can perform all the transaction from any branch of your bank. And that has become possible because of the core banking solution. So core banking revolution is what? The core banking solution transformed Indian banking by centralizing operations on a single platform. Like all the branches of a particular bank will be linked to its central server. Okay, and that's how the core banking solution works. Clear? So you can see here when we are talking about core banking solution, it is saying simply that the core banking solution transformed Indian banking by centralizing operations on a single platform. And branches connected to a central host accessed one unified database, enabling true anywhere, anytime banking for the customer. So it becomes easy for the banker to provide the services to all customers, and it is also easy for the banker to provide the services. Okay, so integrated platform is there, like single software across all branches on banks, intranet infrastructure will be there. Hana, so core banking solution has provided us the integrated platform, and this integrated platform is simply a single software across all the branches on banks, intranet infrastructure, Hana, which we are using for the purpose of your service providing to the customer. Then next we have here 24/7 services, like round the clock banking through multiple delivery channels will be provided. Hana, what we are doing, we are providing round the clock services to the customer, and that will be done with the multiple delivery channels. Then central repository is there. So here unified customer data enable the comprehensive relationship management. Repository is what? Repository is simply where we store a large amount of data. Hana, repository is what? Repository is simply where we store the large amount of data, that will be named as a repository. So all the data related to the customers, related to the any branch of a bank will be stored at a central server. Hana, central server have made a repository, and that repository will help us to perform the transaction. Okay, so anywhere, anytime banking became possible because of the core banking solution, and because we have made it possible to have a repository and maintain all the data at a one platform, which can be saved at a one platform or at a one location, and will be available to use for every entity. Hana, it will be available to use for every entity. So it became more easy to use the data and to provide services to your customer. So that's how, or that's the one of the most important benefit of central core banking solution. Okay, so integrated platform we have got, 24/7 service we have got, it's a central repository services we have got. Okay, now data warehousing, and if we talk about analytics. So what is data warehousing? I guess warehousing everyone is aware about. Warehousing is simply what? A place where we store our data, or in physical goods and services, warehousing is simply where we maintain our goods and services, where we store our goods and services, that a warehouse. Similarly, data warehouse is also same. The only difference is data warehouse maintains the data in electronic form, okay? And in warehouse, we maintain the physical goods and services. Clear? So this data warehouse maintain all the unstructured data, all the data related to the transaction, related to the customer, everything will be maintained. So you can see from transaction to insight, after core banking implementation, banks realized their centralized historical data held tremendous analytical value. Like we were talking about CRM, customer relationship management. If you want to understand the purchase behavior of a customer, if you want to know the purchase history of a customer, their preferences, then you should be analyzing their steps, है ना? Like their trading habits, their purchasing habits, and that will be only possible to study when you have data related to the transaction. If you have a particular customer in your bank from the last 5 years, then you should have the transaction that customer performed from the last 5 years, so that you can analyze the need of a customer. And that data is not structurally, it's not used to be maintained very structurally. They used to be in a different formats and different places it used to be maintained. But now, because the core banking solution came, it made it centralized. Now we have a centralized historical data which will be held under the data warehousing as well as the repository. Okay. Now you can see OLTP versus OLAP. If we talk about the transaction system, focus on speed, while data warehouses enable deep analysis of pattern and trends also. Like data warehouse collects all the types of data about your customer. Let's say about me, every type of data is available in data warehouse. But out of that, you only want to know about my credit record or my credit worthiness. So you will be easily able to use a certain pattern that will identify you what is the credit worthiness of this customer. And the credit worthiness will be checked on the basis of what? On the basis of your credit card repayments, your loan repayments. And on the basis of that, you will be able to find out the credit worthiness of any customer. And for that, you will be going to the data warehouse. You will use a multiple techniques and you will be able to find out the credit worthiness of mine. Okay, and this is why what we are saying that these OLTP and OLAP transaction system, they focus on the speed and their data warehouse enable the deep analysis of pattern and trends there. The full form is simple. OLTP is online transaction processing system. Okay, and OLAP is your online analytical processing system. Okay, so these system we used to have to analyze the trading pattern or analyze the transaction pattern. But now warehouse is much more better than this because it allows us to use the multiple patterns and trends to find out of the whole detailed data. Okay. Next we have data warehouse. So subject oriented, integrated, non-volatile storage of historical data spanning 5 to 10 years for strategic analysis. So in data warehouse, we are maintaining data for the period of 5 years or 10 years. And this data will be oriented, subject oriented. It will be integrated. It will be non-volatile storage. So, or I can say in data warehouse, we maintain all the structured and unstructured data together. Okay. Now we have data mining. When it comes to data mining is actually a technique which help us to find a particular pattern of data out of the data warehouse. So in data warehouse, if you want to check my credit history only, then you have to use the data mining. So data mining is what? It uncovering the hidden patterns for loan risk analysis, credit decisions, customer segmentation, portfolio optimization. So it depends what you need. On the basis of your need, it will provide you the category of data. So it will totally depend on what? It will totally depend on the need of a person. Like what kind of data you are looking for. So whatever kind of data you are looking for, accordingly, the data mining will use its technique and will provide you the particular pattern of data. Okay, so that's how the data mining help. It's a technique to find out a particular pattern or particular data in a sequence out of the data warehouse. Clear? Let me know data warehouse, data mining is clear. So data warehouse is simply where we store the data, and data mining is a technique which we use to find out the particular pattern of data. Okay, now next we have data mart. What is data mart? Data mart is simple form of data warehouse. It's what? It's a simple form of data warehouse that is focused on a single subject or line of business, like only sales, only finance, only marketing. So in data warehouse, I have told you in data warehouse, you are storing all kind of data together. In data warehouse, you are storing all kinds of data together. But when it comes to data mart, it is maintaining only a particular pattern of data. In data mart, we are maintaining a particular subject related data. Like in data warehouse, there is a data store related to sales, finance, marketing, HR. All these data is available in data warehouse. But in data mart, only a single subject focused data will be maintained. Like sales, like finance, like marketing, like HR only. Okay. So given their focus, the data mart draw data from fewer sources than the data warehouse. What we are saying, given their focus, the data marts draw data from fewer sources than the data warehouse. So data mart sources can include internal operational system, a central data warehouse, and an external data. Clear? So data mart sources can do what? They can include your internal operational system, a central data warehouse, and an external data as well. So that will be a part of your data mart. Okay, now data lake is there. A data lake allows organizations to store large amount of structured and unstructured data. If I talk about data warehouse, in data warehouse we are maintaining structured data only. But data lake will cover all kinds of data. It will store large amount of structured and unstructured both data. Like for example, you collected data from social media or click stream data. They both will be maintained and immediately make it available for the real-time analysis. If you want to analyze the customer preferences or anything, then you can be easily able to get that data. Or for data science, for machine learning use cases, you can use the data lake. And with the data lake, data is ingested in its original form without alteration. Okay, so with the data lake, we are saying that data is ingested in its original form without any alteration. That's how the data lake works. Clear? Then you can see data mart and data lakes and data warehouse. They serve different purposes and needs. All of these actually serves the different purposes and needs to us. Okay, so the key difference between a data lake and a data warehouse is that data lakes store vast amount of raw data without a predefined structure. Data warehouses, the difference between data lake and data warehouse is what? The data lake will store vast amount of raw data without a predefined structure. Because data lake have structure and unstructured both kind of data, but data warehouse only have a structured data. So organization need to know how the data will be used in advance. Organizations need to do what? They need to know how the data will be used in advance. Okay, that's a data lake. Let me know data warehouse, data mining, data lake, data mart. All of these terms are clear. Clear to all? Now we have a topology. We have what? We have a topology. So topology are of multiple type: bus topology, ring topology, star topology. A lot of types of topologies are there. So what actually the network topology is? What it do? So network topology is simply a physical and logical arrangement of your nodes, and connection in a network. Like how you are maintaining your nodes in a physical structure. If you are maintaining it in form of a star, then it will be a star topology. If you are maintaining it in form of a ring, it will be a ring topology. So network topology simply is a physical and logical arrangement of the nodes and connections in a network. That's what the topology is actually. Okay, so let's discuss first of all bus topology. So all devices in the network are connected to a single continuous cable. It is what? It is a all nodes will be connected to a single continuous cable like this. This is a bus topology. This is a single continuous cable. Here all the nodes will be connected. This is a bus topology. All devices in the network are connected to a single continuous cable. Okay. So transmission from any workstation travel the entire length of the cable in both direction and is received by all other workstations. Okay. So what happened? Transmission from any workstation will travel the entire length, like from here to here. If you want to share any data, then it will be traveling the entire length of the cable, and that will be done in both direction. From left to right to left, both direction it will work, and it will receive all other workstation. So the main advantage of bus topology is that it is quite easy to set up. A single continuous cable is there. You can link your nodes there. So it's easy to set up. Further, if one workstation or LAN fails, it will not affect the rest of the network. So the disadvantage is that not only the limits the geographical spread, but also offers a limited flexibility for change. So the lane is using your topology in which your information will be shared. You will be shared from one particular transmission to another transmission you will go. So a single continuous cable is there. In lane, it also happens. So let's say if the node 2 fails, it stops working. In that situation, it won't stop working from first and third. It will work. All the other system will work. And the single continuous cable will help all the other devices to work. So that's the bus topology we have. Okay. And the disadvantage is that it is not only limits the geographical spread, but also offers the limited flexibility for the change. Okay. Now, next we have a ring topology. So ring topology, as the name suggests, the similar way it looks like. Let's say, first of all devices are connected in a closed loop. This is very important to remember, like how the devices are connected. It's a single continuous cable. Here, there is a closed loop, and information is passed from one node to the others in series. And in that case, if one node failed, it will affect the other nodes. It means the overall, the ring topology stop working. Okay, so ring topology is simply they will be connected in a closed loop. This is the ring topology. So we know how the ring is. Let's say if I talk about this is a one system, second, third node, fourth, fifth node, and sixth node. So this is the ring topology. All the nodes are connected to each other. This is the ring topology. Okay, so this is how the ring topology works. All the devices are connected in a closed loop, and the information will pass from one node to other in series. And in that situation, what happens? In that situation, simply if one node fails, the entire topology will fail. So you can see the data transmission is possible in one direction only. As the packet circulates, the destination recognizes its address and copies the packet contents. And the next is onto it, the breakdown of any one station on the ring can disable the entire lane. If any one node fails, it will disable the entire local area network. So this is how the ring topology works. Clear? Let me know. Bus topology and ring topology both are clear. So in the bus topology, single continuous cable will be there. All the nodes will be connected to the single continuous cable. Bus topology will transmit the data in both the direction, and transmission from any workstation will travel the entire length of the cable. And the advantage is that you can easily set up it. But if one station fails, the other won't affect. And the disadvantage is that it is not only limit the geographical spread, but also offer the limited flexibility for the change. Okay. Disadvantage of bus topology says that this is a single continuous cable. Na? So if you remember, we have discussed local area network have a limitation of the geographical area. So the disadvantage is that it is not only limits, like it is going to limit your geographical area. It's a single continuous cable and you can use it for a limited geographical area. And also it will be having a limited flexibility for change. You cannot change it. That's a single continuous cable. You cannot make changes in that. The single continuous cable will be there. All the nodes will be connected to the single cable. So limited flexibility is there to change the bus topology, as well as the geographical area it can spread to is also limited. That's the disadvantage. Clear, Sheila ma'am? Now the third we have a star topology. The third type we have is what? It's a star topology. Now the central node often acts as the master here. The central nodes often act as a master here. All the other nodes are connected to a master by a separate medium or cable. Now they are connected with a separate cable. It means if one fails, it won't affect the other, because they all are connected to the central node, which are with a different cable they are connected. And because they are different cable, that's why it is not going to affect any other node. So with this topology gives the advantage of maximum ability to change. And if one node fails, it will not affect the entire network. But there is a different disadvantage that it cannot handle the large traffic. Why? Because all the traffic will goes to the central node. It will goes to the master. So every transaction has to pass through the central node, and that's why it cannot handle the large traffic. And this is how the star topology looks like. This is a central node. With this node, all the other nodes will be connected. So this is your star topology. The master is, or the central node is the between one, and all the other will be connected with a different cable or separate cable with the central node. So because all the transmission has to go through the central node, so it won't be able to handle the large traffic. Okay, now tree topology. It resembles a tree in real world. Like it looks like a tree in real world. So this topology has a root node, it has an intermediate nodes, it have a leaves nodes. And the root node is the head node of this structure. And the leaf nodes are the last nodes and do not have any child nodes. And this structure is constructed in a hierarchical form, and any node can have any number of child nodes. That's a tree topology. So as it say, it resembles like a tree. It means when you create this physical structure, it will look like a tree to you. That's what the tree topology actually means. Like for example, this is how it will look. Okay. So this is a tree topology. Okay, it will look like what? It will look like a tree. And the central, or I can say the head node of this structure is what? It's a root node. So I can say this is a root node. Okay, these are the intermediate nodes. And the last one is leaf nodes. And leave notes cannot have multiple notes or cannot have further notes. This is the last one. They cannot have any child node. So this resembles like a tree. Okay, and the root node is your head node. Then if we talk about the leaf nodes, they are the last nodes. They won't be having any other child node. Okay, so this structure have what? This structure have a hierarchical form in which they are working. Okay, and any node can have a multiple number of child node. So if I want, I can make it 3 also, because there is no limit on having a child node. So it can have 3, it can have 4, it can have a 5 nodes as well. So it should look like a tree, and accordingly we have a structure this. So that's a tree topology. Clear? Let me know. Now the protocols we will be discussing in the next class. Now next we have key outcome of technology adoption. So 24/7 banking access have been given by adopting a technology. Like uninterrupted services are provided to the customer through the multiple channels. Then 100% digital coverage, a standardized platform across all branches are there. Digital coverage is 100% available to us. Then 10 plus delivery channels we have, like ATM, internet banking, mobile banking, point of sale terminal, passbook printing kiosk or kiosk banking, or multiple types of delivery channels we have. So 10 plus delivery channel we have. And you can see Indian banking technology evolution exemplifies successful digital transformation from manual operation to sophisticated core banking platform. So it is integrated with the payment system like RTGS, NEFT, IMPS, UPI, etc. And this journey enabled financial inclusion, improved operational efficiency, and positioned Indian banks completely on the global stage. Okay, so this is how the Indian banking technology evolution happens, and it actually amplifies successful digital transformation for us from manual operation to sophisticated core banking platform we reached. We have a payment system which is available 24/7 like RTGS, NEFT, IMPS, UPI, etc. And the journey enabled the financial inclusion. Financial inclusion simply means to link more and more people with the financial product and services at an affordable cost. And we have an improved operational efficiency, positioned Indian banks completely on the global stage. Okay, so that's the outcome we have of introducing technology in the banking sector. Clear? Now, so here we are going to end today, but before ending, I would love to inform those bankers who are watching us on YouTube that how you can enroll in this batch and which this class actually is. So first of all, this is the last demo on YouTube of our crash course. From tomorrow onwards, we will be having classes in the paid class only and won't be have any class on YouTube. So if you want to enroll in the class, if you like the sessions, and if you want to enroll in the class, you can enroll from the 24/7 application. Okay, so what you have to do first, you have to download the 24/7 application. You can download the 24/7 application. This is the homepage, comes in front of you. Click on the all courses, go to the JAIIB, CAIIB, then JAIIB November 2025. And this is the English medium crash course you are watching class right now, which won't be available from tomorrow onwards on YouTube. So click on the batch, do check the offering, live class, mock test, ebooks will be there. When you scroll down, you will find the study plan as well. So all the 4 subject study plan is there. I will show you the PPB study plan. And from 16th October, Kinshuk sir will start module A and B. And from 6th of October, I have already started module C and D. Okay. So this is how you can check the other subject study plan. After checking everything, just click on the buy now option. Enter the code here, that will be Y496 and apply. Once you apply, you get here 79% discount. But if you purchase the same product from a 24/7 application, you will be able to get 80% discount on the same batch. Okay, so 80% discount will be available if you use the code Y496 on our 24/7 application. And how to use it from the other 24/7 application, you can do that. Okay. Now which topology we are using in offices, in particularly bank, if I talk about, they use a hybrid topology. Like the single topology won't work. Hybrid network topology they use, like star and mesh. Mesh we will be covering in the next class also. So star topology, mesh topology combination is actually more popular in the banking networks. Okay. We'll do in the next class. Hana will provide the link in the next class. Clear? Chalo. So this is how you can enroll, and do not forget to subscribe the channel JAIIB CAIIB English Medium channel, because there we are starting special sessions for all of you for your November 2025 preparation. So do make sure you join, you subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Okay, so we will be meeting again tomorrow at the same time, 9 to 10 p.m. and we'll continue from here onwards. Okay, thank you all for joining this session with me. Take care and see you in next class.